Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Joe the Lego Guy, and today I'll be bringing you a quick review of the Lego set 75259, the 20th anniversary Snowspeeder. I'm very excited for this set, as the original Snowspeeder was probably one of the first two or three Lego sets that I have ever owned way back in the day. The set has 309 pieces. It has a total of 4 minifigures, including the 20th anniversary Lando Calrissian. So on the back here, it'll show the set in a couple of different poses, as well as some of its action features there. It does show the 20th anniversary Lego minifigures on the bottom that you can collect throughout the different sets. And then down in the corner there, we have the picture of the original Snowspeeder, the first one that ever came out. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. All right, so here we are with the final build. These are the two buildable parts of the set, minus the minifigures. So let's move the Snowspeeder out of the way for just a moment and take a look at the turret here. It's really not too bad of a build. I mean, it's nothing special, nothing excellent, phenomenal. Just got your triangle base plate kind of piece on the bottom. The turret spins and then can look up as well as down here, which I do kind of like. It does have the flick fire missile on it. Okay, well, I'm never gonna find that again. But yeah, all in all, not too bad, especially for the amount of money this set is. So let's move that off and take a look at the Snowspeeder. And here we have the Snowspeeder. Again, this brings back so many memories of myself being a kid and just flying around the original one that I had, which I very much enjoyed. I loved that set. So it's a very similar build, quite honestly, even to the old ones. I mean, you've got different techniques and different item used throughout it. But beyond that, I mean, they look fairly similar. I've got actually one of the old ones sitting off to the side a few feet away. I can't reach it, otherwise I would grab it. But it does use the same style cockpit piece, which is, I think it's time for a new design. I think it's time for a new one. They do a good job. I like this one. It's decent. I think it is a new printing, actually, but not actually a new physical part. It does have a few stickers on the display, but not too many. I mean, you've got about 3 on each wing, and then a couple on the main part there. So you'd think the cockpit is going to open by the clickers here. But it's too difficult like that. So they did actually build a way to open it just all at one piece, at one angle. There is a good amount of friction, so if you open it, it won't just fall closed again. So if we want to take a look inside there, we can seat 2 minifigures, one up here at the front and one in the back, and they both have the little control panels. This one actually, the control panel is up here, built onto the glass piece, I guess. But beyond that, it does have that little storage compartment back there, which you can actually keep stuff in and still be able to, there's one of their blasters, and still be able to close it correctly on the pilot and the gunner minifigure. So that is kind of clever. I mean, they fit a couple unique parts in here. It's kind of just a regular Snowspeeder, but for any of you who have had some of the older ones or grew up with the original one, you'll be very pleased to have this. It's a great addition to the collection, and overall, just a fantastic set. I think Lego did a good job, although the Snowspeeder at this point is a bit overdone. They've made so many iterations of it now that it's just a bit overdone. All right, so let's take a look at the minifigures and then the final verdict of the whole set. All right, so here are the minifigures for this set. It didn't come with anyone else. No 20th anniversary minifigure. It just came with 5 different Luke Skywalkers, all in the the same outfit. Okay, no, not really. But in all seriousness, though, there have been so many different iterations of this Luke Skywalker over the past little while. I mean, 3 of the 5 of these have come out just in the past about 2 years. But the real one we'll be taking a look at today is going to be this one right here. So, in my opinion, probably one of the most detailed ones, which is good. I mean, it's always good to keep updating your product and keep moving forward. Very nice printing on the legs assembly, the torso assembly, even the backing there, although it's a little pasty in my opinion. I think they could have gone over it another time. So he's got his kind of happy face here, just regular kind of grin, and then he's got a much more serious face on the other side. Although, see, if you take off the helmet here, his visor will be up. But if you put the visor, or if you put the helmet back on the minifigure, it looks like he's got these just very weird, strange, orange kind of eyebrows. If I can move it into the light here real quick. And that's just downright creepy, making that face with those eyebrows. So I tend to leave it on the regular minifigure head, the much more preferable one to me. So moving on to our next 2 minifigures, we've got our regular Rebel Trooper, which, I mean, nice printing by all means. Great for just building your army or if you're creating a Hoth mock. But beyond that, just your average, everyday, regular Joe. There's no back face printing on this one, which, I mean, you normally see. I'm not too disappointed because I did not have overly high hopes for this minifigure anyway, and his goggles are just astronomically large for his face there, so I normally take them off and put them on the top of the helmet. Wow. Okay. Well, that shows you about what I think of this minifigure. Not fantastic, but not too bad. Nice to get one extra minifigure in the set. Our next minifigure looks a little bit too happy for his own good, considering what happens to him with his ultimate demise. I apologize for spoilers if you haven't seen it in the past few decades. So, I mean, again, nice face printing, nice torso and leg assembly printing, and he's got his regular Rebel Trooper gun there, or pistol, whatever you'd like to call it. So flipping the mask around, he does have a much more scared face, which is much more accurate to the movie and what ultimately plays out in the end. All right, last but not least, we have our 20th anniversary Lando Calrissian. Fantastic minifigure. I always wanted this one growing up, but the set was just too expensive. Now I really wish I got the set because brand new, you can find it for about $800 to $900 is a pretty good deal on the original Cloud City duel, Luke versus Vader and whatnot. So it says that it's an exact replica. I'm sure you've heard the complaints. The printing it is technically a replica, but this printing is a bit more bold and dramatic than the original was, as the printing technique has advanced quite a lot over the past few years. So you've got his regular old style blaster, which I do like to see that. I mean, it's a nice throwback. Obviously, there is no back printing on the head, as this was the original minifigure was made a very long time ago. So if we take him off of his stand, which I do like those stands, they are nice, and it's a nice kind of a throwback, a memory, a look back, I guess. So if we flip around his cape, we'll see on the back, just like all of the other ones, you've got the 20 years Lego Star Wars, symbolizing the 20th anniversary. And I am glad they did that, because it will not depreciate the value of the old ones. But on the other hand, it is a bit bold for my taste. It's a bit large. If they did it in a bit more of a small printing, I think that would have been phenomenal. But all things considering, with this minifigure having a cape and whatnot, it's not too big of a deal, as you just kind of, when you turn the minifigure, you don't see that, you just see blue. And I love the fact that they have the dual molded cape once again. Very nice. I loved the original one. And again, this minifigure was very expensive for a long time there. So let's take a look at the entirety. So here we are. As a final verdict, I mean, I would say absolutely go ahead and pick it up. Great set, great minifigures. I loved the Snowspeeder in the movie. I'm sad it didn't get a little bit more screen time, quite honestly, because they did a very, very good job. I loved that scene in Empire. But if you don't have this one and are thinking about picking it up, I would say absolutely give it a chance. Go ahead. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Although if you have every other Snowspeeder known to mankind, they've made quite a lot of them. I would say forfeit this one and go for one of the larger ones, such as the Slave one or the some of the Ultimate Collector series, or now known as Master Builders series. So yeah, I guess that's really all for this review. Please go ahead and give it a like, leave a comment, whatever you feel like doing, as this video actually took a long time to make, as I'm running with very, very little sleep. So it was very hard to keep focus. I had to refilm this about 12 times, and that's not even an exaggeration. It was about 12 times. So yeah, until next time, hope you all are doing well and have a fantastic day.